You've read the books, made the vision boards, repeated the affirmations, but still nothing's changing. Why? Because the final step to getting rich isn't what you've been told. And today, you're going to learn it. There comes a moment when you have to stop collecting more information and start using what you already know. That moment is now. If you've studied the principles of wealth, if you've absorbed the lessons, reflected on the teachings, then you're ready. What you need most at this stage is not another breakthrough, but bold, consistent action. Many people remain stuck because they believe they're missing some hidden key or advanced strategy. But the truth is far simpler. The knowledge you have today is already powerful enough to change your life if you apply it. The path to prosperity doesn't begin with knowing more. It begins with doing more, with aligning your thoughts, emotions, and behavior toward what you desire. Thinking in a certain way, acting with clear intention, and holding faith in the outcome is what brings results, not waiting for the stars to align. If you've made it this far, it means you're already equipped. What's missing isn't more learning, it's more movement. So start where you are. Use what you've got. The process of getting rich doesn't begin in theory, it begins the moment you start using what you've learned, deliberately and daily. One of the biggest traps that holds people back is the belief that they have to wait. Wait for the right time. Wait for more money. Wait for someone's approval. But prosperity doesn't arrive when everything is perfect, it begins when you decide to move forward anyway. Those who succeed don't wait for ideal conditions, they act in faith, not in fear. They know that waiting for everything to line up is often just another form of hesitation disguised as planning. If you keep looking outside yourself for a green light, you'll stay parked forever. The truth is, no one needs to give you permission to become wealthy. You don't need a perfect business idea, a wealthy mentor, or a background full of advantages. What you need is a clear decision and the courage to back it up with action. Circumstances shift when you shift. The moment you stop looking for reasons why now isn't the time and start asking, how can I begin today? Everything begins to change. The power to create your next chapter is already in your hands. The only question is, will you move with it, or keep waiting for life to choose for you? The laws of wealth and abundance are not limited to a specific profession. They aren't reserved for entrepreneurs, investors, or influencers. These principles work for anyone in any field because they're rooted in universal truth, not in circumstance. Whether you're a teacher, an artist, a builder, or a business owner, the creative process works the same. Prosperity comes to those who think and act in a specific way. That means operating with clarity, purpose, and unwavering belief that what you desire is not only possible, it's already on its way. It doesn't matter if your path is unconventional or your resources feel limited. If you align your mindset with creation rather than competition, and if you act daily with faith and gratitude, wealth begins to flow. This isn't theory, it's cause and effect. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, this won't work in my situation. That thought alone blocks the very energy that creates abundance. Instead, declare, this will work for me, because I will work the process. Apply what you've learned to your current environment. Don't wait for a new job, title, or opportunity. Make your present role the place where prosperity starts showing up. There are two paths people follow when it comes to building wealth: the creative path and the competitive path. The competitive mind believes there's only so much to go around. It fights for scraps. It worries when others succeed. It sees every win as a threat, but the creative mind knows better. The creative thinker doesn't see limits, they see possibilities. Instead of trying to outdo someone else, they focus on doing their best work, bringing new value into the world, and expanding opportunities for everyone. They don't compete, they create. When you align with the creative side of your mind, you rise above fear. You stop comparing, stop chasing, and start becoming. You start tapping into ideas that elevate, solutions that inspire, and actions that multiply results without force or friction. That's why truly prosperous people stay in creation mode. They understand that the universe responds to growth, not to grasping. The more they create through service, innovation, and intention, the more abundance flows naturally toward them. If you want lasting wealth, shift away from the mindset of lack. Choose to become a creator, not a competitor. That's where the real power and real prosperity lies. Your desires are not random, they're not selfish. They're signals placed within you to guide your expansion. Every dream you carry, every vision that stirs your soul, is a call from your higher self inviting you to grow, to create, to become more. Prosperous people understand this. They don't suppress their desires or shrink them down to fit what feels realistic. Instead, they listen. They let those inner longings shape their direction. And most importantly, they take bold steps in the direction of those desires. Desire without movement fades into frustration. But desire paired with action becomes momentum. It pulls you forward through uncertainty. It reminds you why you started when things feel slow. And it becomes the fire that keeps you aligned with your purpose. You were never meant to live a small, comfortable life. You were meant to stretch, to express, to evolve. Let your deepest wants become your compass. Trust them. Follow them with courage, even when the path isn't clear. Your desire isn't a problem, it's a map. And every time you honor it with bold, committed action, you step closer to the wealth, fulfillment, and freedom you were born for. Gratitude isn't just a pleasant emotion, it's a discipline. It's not something you practice only when things go your way. It's a mindset you choose, especially when results haven't yet arrived. And that's exactly what makes it so powerful. When you stay in gratitude, you anchor yourself in abundance. You signal to your mind and to the universe that you trust the process. That you're already aware of how much is working in your favor, even if the evidence hasn't fully shown up yet. People who embody prosperity don't wait to feel grateful. They lead with it. They speak it. They look for it in every moment, in every interaction, in every challenge. Because they know gratitude keeps them connected to the creative flow. This kind of mindset doesn't just change how you feel, it changes what you attract. Gratitude expands your awareness. It shifts your attention from lack to possibility. And over time, it trains your thoughts to align with what you want, instead of what you fear. Make gratitude a daily practice, not a reaction, but a habit. Start and end your day by focusing on what's working. And soon, you'll see how much more begins to work in your favor. Wealth doesn't happen by accident. It unfolds through consistent thinking and deliberate action. And not just any thinking or any action, right thinking and right action. That means choosing thoughts that align with where you're going, not where you've been. It means acting with purpose, even when the results aren't instant. Prosperous people discipline their minds. They don't allow fear, doubt, or distraction to take the lead. They guard their thoughts the way a builder guards a blueprint, because they know that what they think becomes what they build. But right thinking alone isn't enough. It must be followed by right action rooted in faith, not fear. Not busy work, not guessing, but intentional movement toward their vision. Even small steps, taken consistently, begin to build momentum. Every decision matters. Every day is a new opportunity to choose thoughts that support your success and actions that move you toward it. If you want to change your results, change what you're thinking about most and what you're doing with it. This is the foundation of real transformation. Not hype, not hustle, but mental clarity and purposeful action, repeated until wealth becomes your new normal. Many people dream of becoming wealthy for what it can give them: freedom, comfort, recognition. And while those benefits are real, the truly prosperous understand something deeper. Wealth is not just a reward, it's a responsibility. When you grow richer in mind and resources, you're also given more influence, more reach, and more potential to create change. Prosperity isn't just about accumulation, it's about contribution. What you do with what you receive matters. This mindset shift is key. People who embody lasting wealth don't just think, how can I get more? They ask, how can I use what I have to elevate others, to uplift, to expand good in the world? Wealth magnifies who you already are. If you're generous, it expands your giving. If you're disciplined, it amplifies your impact. And if you're careless, it will eventually reveal that too. The goal isn't to chase money for money's sake. It's to become the kind of person who can carry wealth with grace, wisdom, and purpose. When you see wealth as a tool to serve, your relationship with it transforms. You stop chasing and start stewarding. And from there, abundance doesn't just visit, it stays. One of the most freeing truths in the science of getting rich is this: you don't need to wait until everything is lined up to start. You can begin exactly where you are, using what you already have. It's easy to believe you need more time, more resources, more support. But that belief is often just a form of delay. Prosperity doesn't begin with perfect circumstances. It begins with a decision to move forward despite imperfections. Your current situation is not a limitation, it's a launch pad. The moment you shift your focus from what's missing to what's possible, you unlock creative power. Use the tools you have. Make the call, write the plan, speak the vision. What matters most isn't how much you have, it's how fully you use it. Start now. Start small if you must. But start, because motion creates momentum. And momentum draws abundance. At this point, the principles are no longer just ideas on a page, they're tools for transformation. The final step is the most important. Embody everything you've learned. Become a living, breathing example of what this truth looks like in motion. Let your thoughts reflect abundance. Let your actions demonstrate clarity and courage. Let your energy inspire others to believe more is possible for them, too. Because when you become aligned with the laws of prosperity, not just in theory, but in how you live, life begins to mirror that energy back to you. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to announce what you're doing. Your results will speak for you. Your presence will shift rooms. Your progress will become proof. This isn't about perfection, it's about commitment. Commitment to thinking in a certain way, acting in a certain way, believing in a certain way. Day by day, choice by choice. Let your life be the evidence that this science works. You are not just a student of this philosophy, you are its expression. So step forward, boldly, quietly, powerfully, be the one who lives it. And by doing so, you'll show others that they can too. Gratitude for being here. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell notifications. If you know someone who needs to hear these words, share with them, let them enjoy. Thank you.